How does one balance essentialism and constructivism? As a teacher, educators today are often between a rock and a hard place. On one side, we have more and more research about the brain, about children, about learning, which clearly supports teaching that is often described as constructivism. Teaching based on students making meaning or constructing knowledge through a process of beginning with what they already know, their prior knowledge, having a lived experience, and then wrestling with the cognitive dissonance between the two. This is when real knowledge making happens, when construction of knowledge, construction of new knowledge happens. On the other side is a philosophy of essentialism. And essentialism is that we have agreement, at least politically, through the political process anyway, that there are essential elements to be shared, knowledge and skills that should be taught. And we don't have to agree about this knowledge for this discussion and skill set. Because it is law, teachers must align their curriculum to these standards. This has come about through the political process, and because it's that process, the best we can often do is agree on the basics, the basic skills. Now there's a way to use essential or guiding questions to achieve a goal of bridging the gap between these two and allowing real meaning making to happen. The teacher can utilize essential questions to frame the big ideas for the overall unit, but then also use smaller guiding questions to get at the bits of the unit. And so with one, we can get at the bigger picture, and with the other, we can meet the needs of the basics of those little bits. And those individual projects and lessons and activities, if they're done well, they can fulfill the essentialism nature of education in the 21st century. A well-crafted question that are open-ended, enough coupled with inquiry-based lessons, can provide then inspiration for more questions and maybe even student-generated questions. But simply generating those questions isn't enough. What can you do in your planning to allow students to have time to investigate their own questions, and space in your curriculum to allow them to explore and investigate their own questions, to let the curriculum emerge out of their ideas and their thoughts and their questions. And so with the well-crafted questions and the coupling of the inquiry, we can allow that making of meaning. And we have, with the essentialism, all the dots. And these are the dots, and here they are. And then with constructivism and inquiry and questioning, we can connect the dots. And that's what we want students to do, is to connect the dots and have that deeper thinking that goes with connecting the dots, not just identifying the dots.